About transportation, we have with us Rogene Graciella R. Sadian. She is a second-year BS Business Economics student and is currently one of the academic heads of the School of Economics Student Council, Sophie Core, and also a core member of the Education and Research Council. She was also part of the theater club in UE during her high school years. She loves performing, and she believes that children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. If you remember, Rogene, isa siya sa mga late nung first day natin. And sa kanyang impromptu speech, she talked about being late in relation to the transport system, a topic which I believe she is going to build on today. So, tingin ko full circle moment for you. Palakpakan natin si Rogene.
Konting ayos na lang po ng upo sa kanan. 8 po yan. Kasya pa po yan, kabilaan pa yan. Konting ayos na lang po ng upo para makaalis na. These are the daily struggles of a commuter. Mainit, masikip, maasim yung katabi, mausok. And these are just some of the reasons why the government wanted to pursue the Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program, or what we know as PUVMP. When I first heard the word modernization, napasawakas, buti naman, at naisip nyo yan. Who wouldn't want a modernized transportation system that is fast, efficient, at higit sa lahat, aircon? Who wouldn't want convenience? And with the current state of our transportation system, I would definitely agree with this program. The PUVMP is said to be the response of the government with the increasing growth rate of motor vehicles. According to the ASEAN Nations Automotive Federation 2023, almost 30,000 motor vehicles were assembled in the Philippines from January to April, significantly higher than the 24,000 units in the same period last year, which lead to traffic congestion, air pollution, and reduced road capacity. Contributing to the factors of our transportation system is the lack of mandatory age for public utility jeepneys. Most of the jeepneys that we see around are already 15 years old and above, since they originated from the American colonial period that offers cheap ride during way back then in Manila. You know what? When you try to search the internet, jeepney have always been unique to the Philippines. Jeepneys are representation of Filipino spirit, Filipinos' resiliency, Filipinos being innovative and optimistic. Eto na naman tayo sa resiliency. When in fact, what I think is that this is what Filipinos ride because we have no choice. Resiliency from what? From unsafe and unreliable transportation system? Tigilan na natin. With this, individuals are incentivized to buy their own private vehicles instead of public conveyances. As a student who is living an hour away from UP, who still need to ride 4 to 5 jeeps. Yes, 4 to 5 jeeps. That is how crazy the routes are just to attend 2 classes a day. You know what, when I was in high school, I wasn't really aware how our transportation system sucks. Because my father always fetched me in school. I was sheltered. Minsan napapaisip ako, what if buhay pa si Papa? What if di na COVID si Papa? Eh di sana hindi ako nag-jeep. Di sana hindi ako nahihirapan ng ganito. But here I am, surviving the 2 years in UP and knowing the need for a convenient transportation system because we Filipinos deserve a better transportation system. But despite the fact that the government has these initiatives, why are there still people opposing and resisting this program? This is when I started researching. I started talking with jeepney drivers. The PUVMP was said to be the response of the government with our transportation system, and it was been first implemented during 2017 through the OTR, which aims to provide accessible, reliable, environmentally friendly and sustainable transportation system for every Filipinos. But this is not as easy as we can see. There are many challenges that impede the implementation. First, who will bear the cost? Each modernized jeepneys cost 1.2 to 1.6 million during 2020. And now, 2023, the price rose up to 2.6 million pesos. The response of the government is to provide 10% subsidy for each operator. Literal. Nasaan aabot ang 10% mo? Tatay Nalan, 58-year-old jeepney driver and the UP spokesperson for jeepney transportation. I've asked him some of his sentiments about jeepney phase out.
Wala siyang volume.
Ipakita mo sa gobyerno, hindi niya kayang apihin ang maliliit na operator kagaya ko. Tapos titiisin ka niya ng ganitong sitwasyon. Mapahihirapan ka. Hindi namin kaya. Hindi kami pauutangin ng bangko. Mahirap na nga, guguyurin pa kami ni Duterte. Pandemya na nga, tatanggalan pa kami ng kabuhayan. This is when Tatay Nalan tried to wipe his eyes and not to show me his tears. Nakakatakot, nakakapangamba na baka bukas wala na silang kabuhayan. This is Duterte. Dapat may audio siya, pero wala. So sabi ni Duterte, mahirap kayo, putang ina, wala akong pakialam, mamatay kayo sa gutom. 1.6 million pesos is not an easy money. Most of the jeepney drivers that we see around are already old enough. Hanggang kamatayan, may utang pa silang babayaran. Tatay Nalan and his fellow jeepney drivers are also struggling with their franchises. Before, they are allowed to enjoy 5 years of franchise with only them paying 9,000 pesos. But now, they have to pay annually for 4,500 pesos. Tatay Nalan said that they have nothing against modernization, but what they want is that the government will consider their situation. Mausok, ba't di natin palitan ang makina? Kaya pa naman. This last March, jeepney drivers have conducted their strike, calling out the government not to pursue the jeepney phase out. Almost 200,000 jeepney drivers will be affected. Again, we have nothing against modernization. But if this costs the lives of the jeepney drivers, should we just left them alone? Kailangan mayroong pumasan kay Juan. Dapat walang may iwan. The PUVMP is a transformative initiative of the government. Indeed, it is a comprehensible program. But you know the problem is? It is to focus on vehicle replacement. It could have been started with route rationalization, regulatory reform, before embarking on modernization. Give jeepney drivers enough time to prepare and do a financial study on how much subsidy will we give the jeepney drivers and not to let them bear all the costs. The PUVMP's benefit will eventually create an efficient economy and boost our economy, but that will only happen if all the stakeholders are benefited and the program is properly implemented. Dapat inklusibo yung pagbabago. What if we think first of consideration before modernization at hindi putang ina, magutom kayo sa hirap? That will be all.